I'm going to make shrimp scampi baked. I'm going to assemble the whole dish in advance, put a crunchy crumb topping on the top, and then bake it in 10 minutes before I serve dinner. I have 2 pounds of really large shrimp. I mean, they're called jumbo, they're called extra large. Forget that. They're 12 to 15 count, which means they're 12 to 15 in a pound. And then what I'm going to do is devein them, which is run my knife right down along the back and take the little vein out that's right in there. Don't want that. You can actually buy them in the store like this, but I just thought it's so easy to do, I'll just do it myself. So the second thing I want to do is butterfly them. Just run your knife right along the back, and you want to open it up just sort of like a little book. And then when I put them in the dish, their little tails are going to stand up like that. And also they're very even. It's going to cook very quickly because it's half the thickness. Okay, that's it for the shrimp. Into a big bowl, and I'm going to add some great flavors. Okay, now, really simple marinade. It gives them lots of flavor. White wine, 2 tablespoons of white wine, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper. Toss it all together. And next I'm going to make this incredible crispy topping with Japanese bread crumbs. So I need 1.5 sticks of butter. And then lots and lots of garlic. 4 huge cloves of garlic. Just going to chop them up. You want minced garlic because nobody wants to take a big bite out of garlic. Okay, right in with the butter. The next thing is a shallot. This is a very big shallot, so I'm using 1 big shallot, or if you have smaller ones too. Just a rough chop. Dice it. Okay, that's 1 very big shallot. Now lots of fresh herbs. 3 tablespoons of Italian parsley. It's an Italian dish, you gotta make Italian parsley. Okay, just rough chop. Italian parsley really does have a little more flavor than the curly parsley. Okay, so that's about 3 tablespoons right in the bowl. Just to give it a little texture, 1 teaspoon of fresh rosemary. Just a pinch of it. You just want it very subtly in the background. So just a little pinch, like 1 teaspoon. That should be enough. Okay, now a little heat, 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and lots of lemon. And be sure you zest it before you juice it, otherwise you can't zest it. Okay, so 1 teaspoon, lemon, parsley, garlic. I mean, how bad can it be? Okay, that should be about 1 teaspoon. Right into the bowl. 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lemon juice. Just add a little bit of liquid and catch the seeds. Next, an egg yolk, and that's going to bind it. Mash it together. And then I'm going to add panko, which is Japanese breadcrumbs. They're sort of very light and airy, but if you can't find them, you can always use breadcrumbs. But I find they're available in seafood shops, in specialty stores, but I actually find them in the grocery store now. Okay, 2/3 of a cup of Japanese breadcrumbs or bread flakes. So much flavor in this topping. Okay, time to arrange the shrimp in the dish. So I've got a gratin dish. It's about 14 inches long, and it's not very deep. It's like 1.5 inches, but you can really use any size. This is perfect for 2 pounds of shrimp. So I'm going to take the cut part of the shrimp and just put it right down flat in the dish with the tail curving up and in, concentric circles, all the way around the outside of this dish. And so now the shrimp are really, they're quite thin, and they'll cook really quickly. I don't mind taking a little time when I'm getting ready for a party. I just hate cooking when my friends are there, so I find this very relaxing. And the other thing is I never try out a new dish on my friends. I hardly even do it with Jeffrey. When I'm entertaining, I want to be really sure that the dish is exactly the flavor I want it to be, and that usually takes 1 or 2 tries. Okay, take what's left, olive oil and the white wine, salt and pepper, pour it over the top. And now I'm ready for the topping. This is the good stuff. And I'm just going to crumble it all over the top. So if I were going to make this in advance, I would make it to this point and then refrigerate it, and then bake it before my friends got there. but this is so delicious. I want you to see how fabulous it is when it comes out of the oven. Okay, into the oven, 425 degrees for about 10 minutes, and all it's going to need is a spritz of fresh lemon juice the minute it comes out of the oven. I'm making linguini with shrimp scampi. It's a great summer dish. I add oil to the pasta pot so that the pasta doesn't stick together, and salt for flavor. Okay, that's going to cook for 7 to 10 minutes according to the directions on the package. Okay, that's 3 tablespoons of olive oil and about 3 tablespoons of butter. I do the olive oil because it has a high burning temperature, and the butter because it has lots of flavor. I know this looks like a lot, but it's the sauce for the entire dish. And about 1.5 tablespoons of garlic. With garlic, you really don't want to cook it too long, so just about a minute. Nothing worse than the flavor of burnt garlic. So 1 minute while I get everything else ready. So the first thing is shrimp. And what I buy is peeled and deveined shrimp from the fish store. If you can't buy it, you can always peel and devein it yourself. I'm going to add a pound of shrimp and just cook it for a very short time, like 3 to 5 minutes. And all that flavor of the garlic is going to get into the shrimp. So first thing I'm going to do is salt and pepper the shrimp. I want it to have lots of flavor because when you add the pasta, the sauce has to flavor the pasta also. So it's going to be really strongly flavored. Just turn the shrimp so they cook evenly on both sides. It smells so good, all that garlic and butter and oil. How bad can that be? Michael's so great with flowers. I can't wait to see what he's doing at the table.
That looks good. I hope Ina likes it.
So, just drain the water from it, and then it's going to go right into that pan with the shrimp and the garlic and butter and oil. It's going to absorb all that great flavor. Okay, just like that. 2 spoons. Just toss it all together. This is actually a great way to make any pasta. Italians do it. Even when you're making pasta with tomato sauce, is you cook the pasta and the sauce together for the last few minutes, and it really absorbs the flavor. Okay, and then the last ingredients are lemon zest, lemon juice, I like a little bit of heat, so just a sprinkling of red pepper flakes. Okay, just toss that together, and then I have 2 more things to put in. Parsley. Okay, right on top. And then because I want you to know, you can't really see the lemon, but I want you to know it's lemon, what I do is a few thin slices of lemon. People aren't going to eat them, but they'll see that it's lemon. So I'm going to add a few slices of lemon to the whole thing. So this is what I'm doing. I'm writing an article for Food Network magazine. It's all about flavor. I'm going to make the recipe here, send it to them, and then they're going to make it and photograph it for the magazine. So since it's about flavor, I thought I'm going to make roasted butternut squash soup. It's got great flavor. First, I need some chicken stock, 1 quart. So I thought, how do you get more flavor into butternut squash soup, which has a lot of flavor to start? And I thought, I'm going to put a little curry in it, and then I'm going to use the condiments that you normally put on curry on the top. This is really flavorful. So I've roasted vegetables. I roasted butternut squash, apples, and onions. Oh, they smell fantastic. And what I did, instead of boiling them, which loses flavor, I roasted them. It gives them so much more flavor that way. Let me show you how I did it. I put 3 or 4 pounds of butternut squash cut into 1-inch cubes on a sheet pan. Then I added 2 yellow onions, also in 1-inch cubes, and 2 McIntosh apples, also in 1-inch cubes. I drizzled over 3 tablespoons of olive oil, sprinkled 1 teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of pepper. Then tossed it all together. I poured half the vegetables onto 1 sheet pan, and the other half on another one in a single layer. I wanted them to cook evenly and not steam. Then I roasted them 425 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. So next step is puree the vegetables. You can do this in a blender, but I always think a food processor you can control the texture better. It smells so good, the apples and onions, butternut squash. A little bit of the chicken stock, just so it purees. Perfect. Lid on, and then just pulse it. So this is going to go in the pan, and then I'm going to do the other one. I think a lot of people think when you photograph food, you do something that looks like the thing, and then you paint it with like motor oil or something. But in fact, I always think it's better when it's the real thing, when it's so delicious that at the end of the photo shoot, everybody just sits down and eats it. I just think this roasting process really gives all the vegetables and the apples and the onions so much more flavor. Big pan of vegetables. Okay, some more chicken stock. And just give it a big puree. Can't wait to see the article when it comes out. That's good. See, it's got lots of texture. Okay, into the pot. And then I've got extra chicken stock because I want to thin it. Just pour this all in. Give it a big stir. As though this doesn't have enough flavor already, I'm going to add some curry powder. About a half a teaspoon is going to really bring out the sweetness of the butternut squash. You know, there's so many different kinds of curry powder, and each one's its own blend. So what I do is I get a couple of different kinds, try them all, and then I know forever which blend I like. I like it sort of sweet and hot, but not really spicy. 1 teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of pepper. Give it a little heat. Big stir. So for the condiments, I thought I'd really do the same kinds of things you do for Indian curry. Something sweet, something salty. I'm going to start with a banana. Okay, so that's the sweet. And I'm going to do some scallion, which is sort of sharp, completely different flavor. Just think about this. It's got orange soup and the green scallion, the white banana. It's going to be gorgeous. Okay, so that's scallion. Next is cashews, and what I did was I sort of dry sauteed them in a pan, just to 5 minutes on a low heat, just to make sure that they get really crisp. And that's when they have the most flavor. So that's cashews. Just give them a big rough chop. Just like that. And then the last thing is coconut. And I did the same thing. I dry roasted it in a pan. Just 5 minutes, low heat. Just keep an eye on it. Okay, now I'm going to see if the soup's ready. Oh, it's nice and hot. The whole team of people waiting in New York that work on my book. Quentin Bacon's the photographer, Sid McDowell's the food stylist, and Philippa Brathwaite's this prop stylist. They're so fabulous, and we have such a good time together. So let's see how this all looks. It better be good enough for them to photograph. Okay, it smells good. All right, let's see if I can put all the condiments on here. I think a little banana, a little cashew for something salty, I think a little scallion. Oh, I love the way that looks. And then coconut to finish it off, just a sprinkling. Take a nice picture of it. Fabulous. I'm going to send that to them, but first I have to make sure it's good enough to eat. It certainly looks like it. It's actually great. It's really, the texture's fantastic. It's sweet, it's salty, it's savory. This is really good soup. I know what I'm having for lunch, but first I have to send the photograph.
I got it, guys. It's from Ina. We're good to go.
Great. Okay, Vivs, let's take a look. Okay, roasted butternut squash soup with curry condiment.
That looks delicious.
All these hot. Careful, stand back. How are the bananas? Good?
They're good.
Is that enough for both?
Yeah, actually, no, go a little bit more, yes.
Is that good?
It's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a lot of good lunch. You'll love it. Ooh, look at that. It's a happy banana.
There, it looks great.
So good. That's one recipe down, 2 to go. I'm doing an article for Food Network magazine on flavor. I'm big on flavor. I thought I'd do maple oatmeal scones, but before I actually send the recipe, I'm going to try it myself, make sure it's as good as I remember. So, first thing I need is flour. I need 3½ cups of all-purpose flour. When I'm thinking about doing a recipe, I always think of a remembered flavor. And of course, we all remember oatmeal that our mothers made us with maple syrup. And I thought, what a great combination for scones. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, just lighten the flour with a cup. That's 3½. I've actually sometimes made this with raisins, you know, like your mother used to put raisins in your oatmeal when you were good. And I need 1 cup of whole wheat flour. I swap some of the regular flour for whole wheat flour. I just think it has great flavor. And 1 cup of oatmeal. These are good Irish oatmeal. It gives it a nice crunch. Lots of baking powder, 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of sugar, just give it a little sweetness. There's maple syrup going in later. And 2 teaspoons of salt, just to bring out all the flavors. Okay, I'm just gonna give that a little stir. Okay, can't make scones without butter. 4 sticks of butter, right into the flour. So I'm gonna turn on the mixer on low. While that mixes, I'm gonna get the wet ingredients ready. So I need 1/2 cup of buttermilk, 1/2 cup of maple syrup. Use really good maple syrup, it makes such a difference. And then 4 eggs. I'm just gonna put them right into this mixing bowl. Big fork just to break up the eggs. I love to use a measuring cup as a mixing bowl because it's got a handle and a spout. Okay, this looks like it's perfect now. I'll show you just what it looks like. It's just very crumbly, but you can really see bits of butter in the dough. And that's what's gonna make the scones light and flaky. Okay, in go the wet ingredients with the mixer just on low. This is gonna be a really wet dough, but that's why they're so delicious. Okay, just until it's mixed. Perfect. I can actually smell the maple syrup. It's delicious. Floured board. Just dump it all out. Oh, it's really sticky, but that's what the flour is for. Just do this really fast. You don't want your hands to warm the butter and then end up with dense scones. We're doing light, flaky scones here. And just roll it out about 3/4 of an inch thick. Make sure it's always moving on the board. Okay, 3/4 of an inch, that's about right. Okay, so I'm gonna do, you can do any size scones you like. I like a nice round one. This is about 3 inches, 2½, 3 inches. But whatever you do, make sure you flour it first, because otherwise it'll stick to the scones. This should make about 15 or 16 scones. At Barefoot Contessa, we used to make plain scones with raisins, which are just delicious. The New York Times reporter called and asked, did I make other scones? And me being me, said, oh yes, we make so many kinds of scones. We make cranberry scones, we make apple scones, and we make maple oatmeal scones. And then I thought, we don't make any of those. So I had to spend the next week making scones. And you know what? I got some good scone recipes from it. But don't tell anybody at the New York Times. So if I were gonna make the scones and bake them off tomorrow, this is the point at which I'd stop, wrap them really tight, leave them in the refrigerator and bake them off in the morning. But since I need them for a photo shoot, I'm gonna bake them off today. Before they go in the oven, I'm gonna do an egg wash, just to make sure they're nice and brown and gorgeous on top. So I've mixed 1 egg with, I mean, it can be anything, a little bit of water, a little milk, a little cream, it all works, whatever you have handy. So just a quick brush on the top. You don't want it to drizzle down the side, just the top. Okay, into the oven, 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes, and while they bake, I'm gonna make a maple syrup glaze for them. This glaze makes them look and taste even better. It's just 1¼ cups of confectioner's sugar, then maple syrup, 1/2 cup, so the scones have a double hit of maple syrup. It's in the scones and it's on them too. And a teaspoon of vanilla extract, which really balances the sweetness of the maple syrup. It just gets mixed all together until it's smooth. When the scones are done, take them out of the oven and let them cool for 5 minutes, and then you're ready to glaze them. Something tells me these guys in New York are gonna love these scones. And in order to make them even look more like oatmeal scones, I'm just gonna put a little bit of oats on the top. and the glaze is going to make them stick. Yum. And now just to make sure they're really good, let's see if they're really light and flaky inside. Oh, that's fantastic. Don't they look great?
So what's our next shot?
Scones.
Scones.
I think it's nice drizzle. Beautiful. Yep. Here you go. What do you think?
It's pretty. That's good.
I like it. I like it.
You happy?
I'm happy with the food.
These are so good. I can really taste the maple. I think these are even better than I remember. I'm working on an article for Food Network magazine about flavor. I promised them 3 recipes, 2 down, 1 to go. So my third recipe is lemon capellini with roasted shrimp, and you're not going to believe how easy this is. I've got 2 pounds of shrimp. They're large shrimp. They're peeled and deveined. Watch this. This is the best way to make cooked shrimp. Olive oil, salt, pepper, toss them together. Forget big pots of boiling water. This makes the most flavorful shrimp. Into the oven, 400 degrees, 6 to 8 minutes, and they're gonna be perfectly cooked shrimp. Okay, while those roast, I'm gonna make the pasta. But in order to have delicious pasta, it's gotta have salt and oil in it. So, lots of salt. I want it to have great flavor. Big splash of oil so it doesn't stick together. Okay, and 1 pound of capellini, which is this really fine pasta. 3 minutes. Give it a big stir. Okay, while that cooks, I'm gonna make the sauce. And this is really easy. 4 tablespoons of olive oil, 4 tablespoons of butter for flavor, always tastes better. I'm gonna do the zest and juice of 2 lemons. And all the oils and the zest are gonna get into the pasta. It's gonna be fantastic. Okay, so that's the lemon zest. Now that just the juice. I'm gonna do the juice of 2 lemons. So this says a double hit of lemon. Okay, 2 teaspoons of salt. Make sure it really tastes lemony. 1 teaspoon of pepper. And I mean, that's the sauce. How easy is that? Just gonna drain the pasta and put it right into the sauce. I love making the sauce in a big pan and then putting the pasta in, because then it sort of soaks in. You can cook it for a minute together. Whoa. Now that's a lot of pasta. Okay, right over and into the sauce. Okay. Just toss it all together. I'm just gonna cook here for a second while I go get the shrimp. Amazing, 7 minutes and it does it perfectly. So right into the pan, toss them all together. Give it a little toss. Yeah. Oh, this looks great. I think I'm just gonna send them a photograph of the entire pan, but a little bit of lemon zest on the top so it looks like lemon. Do we think there's enough lemon in this? Okay, ready for its close-up. So one of the perks of my job is I get to eat what I test. Why do I think the photographers in New York will be doing the same thing?
Quint, are you ready for me, hon?
Yep, bring it on over.
Bring it on? Okay, coming in.
What looks strange?
Looks good. When do we eat? As soon as you take a picture.
As soon as I get this shot done.
We're a little hungry.
Oh, I like that.
Looks good.
That one's
I think the
working.
food looks good.
What do you think, Sue?
So we can have this for lunch?
Yep, let's get it.
Woohoo! Let's eat.
Who doesn't want their food to have great flavor? I'm not talking about weird flavors like oyster ice cream. I'm talking about really simple ingredients, easy techniques that bring out the intrinsic flavor in a dish. And I've had so many questions in Ask Ina about flavor. So I'm going to start with the first one.
Hello, Ina. I'm Marcy Alney from Colorado Springs. I buy large wedges of Parmigiano Reggiano. I normally keep it in the refrigerator with plastic wrap, but before I get to the end of the cheese, it has gone bad. Can you tell me the proper way of storing this type of cheese?
I'm so with you, Marcy. I love Parmesan, and I've always got a piece in the fridge. This is what I do to keep it fresh. When you get home from the store, if the piece is too big, cut it in half and wrap each half in plastic wrap. I store one in the refrigerator and one in the freezer. When I'm done with the one in the fridge, I defrost the frozen one overnight in the refrigerator, and I've got fresh Parmesan ready to go. Okay, what's next?
Hello, Ina. My name is Janice Kane. I don't care for cilantro,
Oh, Janice, I don't either.
and I wondered if you could give me a suitable substitute for it.
Janice, I think there are two kinds of people in this world, the ones that like cilantro and the ones that don't, and I am completely with you. It tastes like laundry soap to me. So whenever I see a recipe that has cilantro in it, I just leave it out. And if I want something green in it, I'll do some fresh chopped parsley. Okay, what's next?
Hi, Ina. My name's Tom Flynn. I'm from San Francisco, and I wanted to ask you a question about marinades. I need something that's fun, fast, easy, fabulous tasting, but also doesn't take all day. Could you help me out? Thanks again. Bye.
That's a tall order, but I think I have the answer for you, Tom. It's as easy as making a vinaigrette, and you've got all the ingredients in the house. Start with half a cup of freshly squeezed lemon juice, add 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, then whisk in a cup of extra virgin olive oil. This is a basic marinade. You could add some herbs, you can add some spices, whatever you like, but it's delicious on its own. And then some kosher salt, black pepper, and it's done. So that's the basic marinade. It's good for lots of things, but this is how I do it on chicken. Sprinkle some chicken breast with salted pepper. This marinade is also great over fish. Then pour half the marinade over the chicken. Keep the other half. I'll tell you what's going to happen with it later. So let the chicken marinate for a couple of hours, or overnight if you have the time. Even a short time will make such a difference. Into the oven, 350 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. And now for the double flavor hit. After it's cooked, pour the other half of the marinade over the chicken. It's safe to use because it hasn't touched the chicken. And all those juices and flavor get absorbed into the warm chicken. Cover it loosely with aluminum foil for about 10 minutes, allow it to rest, then slice it up, salt and pepper. I'd say that's fast, easy, and fun. Isn't that what you wanted? Okay, one last question.
Hi, Ina.
Oh, these are the guys from the photo shoot. They look like they're having way too much fun there.
I want to say thank you for the food, and we hope you love the photographs.
Yeah. My mouth is full.
Miss you.
It's delicious.
Well, the food obviously tasted good, but where are the photos? Oh, here they are. Oh, fantastic. Oh, that looks pretty good. Well, I guess that's my flavor story for Food Network magazine. I'm making shrimp and linguini fra diavolo. And the shortcut is store-bought marinara sauce, but I'm gonna hot rod it so you'll never know it's store-bought. So I've got a big pot of boiling water. I'm gonna start with the linguini, 1 pound of linguini. And in the meantime, I'm gonna make the sauce. So what I did was I cooked red onions in a little bit of butter and oil until they're really tender. Now I've got 2 tablespoons of garlic, lots of garlic, right in. And next I have some red pepper flakes. Give it a little heat. Okay, I'm just gonna let that garlic cook for about a minute while I season the shrimp. Lots of salt and pepper. Make sure they're really well seasoned. So I'm gonna take the shrimp and I'm just gonna put them into the pan with the onions and just let them sear on one side. And I patted the shrimp dry so they would sear nicely. Okay, that's the shrimp. So just let it sear on one side. And then when it's just slightly pink, I'm gonna turn them over and sear them on the other side. I love the name of this dish, fra diavolo. It means brother devil. It means it's really spicy. Okay, the shrimp are nice and pink, and now I'm gonna add some white wine. Because of course, isn't that what Italians do? About 2/3 of a cup of white wine. Great, and I'm just gonna let this simmer away. Then you can drink the rest of it. Okay, next is panko. So I've got butter. And I'm just gonna put some panko crumbs right in, some Japanese bread flakes. And I'm just gonna toss these on a low heat, just until they turn brown and crispy. Keep an eye on this, because it happens fast, see? Just happened. Okay, so the panko is perfectly browned. Just gonna add a little parsley, a little salt and pepper. Make sure it's nicely seasoned. Okay, this is ready for later. So the shrimp look like it's perfectly cooked, the wine's reduced, and I'm gonna pour in the sauce. So this is a arrabbiata sauce, it's a jar. Don't be tempted to use marinara sauce for this. Arrabbiata sauce has this gutsiness, like this really wonderful spiciness that's important in this dish. Okay, so this is the sauce. Let's see how the pasta's doing. So I'm just going to take the pasta and just put it right into the sauce. I don't drain it so I can save the pasta water in case I need more. I'm going to put some parsley in to flavor it, and it looks great. And just toss this whole thing together. Even as it sits, it really absorbs the starch and the pasta sauce and the shrimp. Looks like it's perfect. Okay, now I'll show you how I serve it up. This looks amazing. And it's moist and just absolutely delicious. And then with a little sprinkle of the panko crumbs on top, give it a little crunch, a little flavor. So that shrimp and linguini fra diavolo with store-bought pasta sauce. I'm not going to tell if you're not going to tell. That looks delicious. Roasted shrimp with orzo is a great dish for a crowd. Best part of it is, the longer it sits, the better it gets. So the first thing I'm going to do is roast some shrimp. A little olive oil, salt and pepper. It's actually a surprising way to cook shrimp on a sheet pan in the oven. I just find it really gives it more flavor. That's 2 pounds of shrimp, it's about 32 shrimp. Okay, into the oven, high temperature, 400 degrees for exactly 6 minutes, and they're gonna be really delicious and succulent. And I think the orzo is just about ready. So I cooked 3/4 pound of orzo in boiling salted water with a splash of olive oil. Good and hot. Whoa. Okay, that's drained. This is gonna go right into the big bowl. So the lemon vinaigrette, the first thing I need is 1/2 cup of freshly squeezed lemon juice. And 1/2 cup of olive oil. 2 teaspoons of salt. 1 teaspoon of pepper. Just gonna whisk it all together. And just pour it right over the pasta. I'm gonna cut up some herbs and vegetables for the salad. So the first thing I need is a cup of chopped scallions. And then I'm just gonna run my knife right down the middle. Okay, just rough chop. The scallions and later red onions are gonna give this lots of sharp flavor. Right into the salad. Next thing is a cup of freshly chopped parsley. It's a big chop. I use flat leaf parsley, I think it has more flavor. But if you have curly parsley, it's just fine. Right into the bowl. About 1 cup of chopped fresh dill. So I'm gonna chop it roughly. You know, it's really important to use fresh herbs, especially when it's in a salad like this. But if you have some left over and you want to chop it up, just put it in little containers, freeze it, and then just defrost it when you need it. Okay, 1 cup of dill right into the salad. Next thing is cucumbers. So just right down the middle. And just do cubes right into the salad. I'm just gonna put 1/2 cup of diced red onion into it. Just wanted to flavor the salad. Okay, the next thing is the shrimp. I think they're perfectly cooled. Okay, get all the flavor in. I'm just gonna toss it all together. And then the last thing is one of my favorite ingredients, good feta. And just put it in as gently as possible so it doesn't get all broken up. Toss it in. It's perfect for sitting on the dock.